Alright guys, welcome back to another match play. Now this one's going to be a little bit different than the other ones, and it's for an unfortunate reason. We didn't realize that the not the streaming service, but the recording service that I had wasn't super effective, and it kind of crapped out on us after an hour and a half long. So this game actually took 2 straight hours to finish. It was Lucario versus Dusknoir, and it took forever to finish. And one of the reasons why is because Lucario plays a lot of like scoop up effects and healing effects and all this other stuff to keep the minimum amount of Lucarios on the field to do more damage. So the damage that I did never stuck. And the other thing about it was, what was I saying? Dusknoir also got off to a really slow start. I wasn't able to start flying flipping until like mid to late game. So anyways, we're going to pick it up now, partially through the game, towards the late game. Greedy's got 1 prize left to take, but it's just a horrible board state. And I have 4 prizes to take. That's where we come in on this. And I couldn't tell you a lot about it. Like I said, the early part of the game was mainly just like me just bricking and him like scooping up all the damage that I did and all this other stuff, but eventually I was able to get this Dusknoir out, move the damage over to like Claydol and Porygon and all this fun stuff. So if you actually look here, I am I'm out of cards in my deck, so I have to trump card first, which is kind of crazy to think about that. Like I played it down to a scenario where I had 0 cards left in deck. But if you also look at my side of the field, all I have is download. I don't have Claydol out. And he's also wondering why I don't get Porygon 2 here, because the other Porygon 2 is prized. Very kind of odd scenario I got myself into, but we'll go ahead and Oak for the download. We're gonna hit the swoop. Maybe not. We're gonna play the swoop. I would probably play the swoop onto the Mew. Oh no, never mind. Obviously, no, for the Porygon, because the Porygon 2 is prized. We're gonna get the Claydol. Or the Baltoy, right? So if I can hit the Claydol here, we can draw some extra cards, and maybe get going, hit that Oak, hit that Misty's, something like that. I think about this for a while, but Baltoy would be the correct... This is... Oh, no, I see what we're doing. I'm grabbing the Jirachi so that I can play more cards in my hand. I think that's what it is. We're double swooping. So we swoop into the Spiritomb, swoop into the Baltoy. And then Oak. Yeah, okay. Really confusing. This game, like I said, lasted 2 hours, and the reason I hesitate on that energy attachment is because I want to be able to flying flip. The other scenario that I have is flying flip with 1 energy on the Mew and Dimension Valley in play. That's like the other route that I can take this. So I make sure to think like really long and hard about it. The problem with it is that the flying flip doesn't do damage to the active. It doesn't do active to the Cobalion, and I need every single damage I can possibly get at this point, because I need to finish the game quickly, because he's just got 1 more prize to take, and putting that Mew in the active with 50 HP is really scary, because all he needs is like an Uxie and like a plus power. But I'm able to hit another Dowsing to go into Oak again, and it's just, at this point, I'm looking to put something on the bench for damage. I need damage on the board. I need to be able to either knock out all of his Pokemon or, do enough flying flip stuff. I remember here really thinking about this move. That's why you see me put my hand down. I'm trying to think of, it's been a really long time since I played this game, so I can't really remember. The escape rope signals that, like, hey, I can do 20 damage, but there's the D Valley. I forgot what I was scared of here. But that seemed like the obvious play. I don't know what's in my hand, but being able to get the what was I thinking here? Oh, I'm moving damage around right now. I was able to get the Mew Dimension Valley energy. That's really all I needed, so I could get this flying flip. I was thinking about turmoil striking. I think that was an option to like get rid of the Cobalion. Let's see if that happens. Oh, I am going to take this knockout on this. Yeah, so there we go. We do take the knockout here because the 20 damage does anyways. I think I did that so he doesn't paralyze me, because paralyzing me would be actually really, really scary. So maybe that's why I did it that way. But he's able to get the Fluffy Berry down. If you look at his hand, he's got a Hex, but not a lot else. I don't see what supporter that is. That might be a Rosie's. So, he obviously oaked into a bad hand. So here's an Ultra Ball. Yeah, that is a Rosie's. Ultra Ball discarding the Metal Lucario. So yeah, here's the scenario where I was scared of. Like, you know, a Muscle Band wins him the game here. Right? And that's why putting this Mew up was not necessarily the smartest idea in the world. But he's not able to hit a good draw supporter. I think... Oh yeah, the Lapras is on the field. So like an Ultra Ball for Lapras wasn't even a play there. If we did play like Jirachi EX, in like if we doubled down on like the Lapras Jirachi, he would have won there. And you could consider playing Jirachi in that deck because you play Metal Energy, so you could actually attack with it if you needed to. But his only draw supporter looks to be that the Rocket's Admin. He's got a Hex in his hand, not a lot in the discard pile. He needs that Muscle Band. That's all he can hit right here. Muscle Band wins in the game. Benching more Pokemon is scary because that's just more damage for me, so he can't even like put down the Spirit Tomb to hopefully lock me out of something. So kind of a trickier spot. And whatever he benches, if he benches anything with less than 90 HP, I can just move damage over and knock it out. Hard Charm helps. That's going to mitigate that 20 damage for sure. He's going to take the Hex, which guarantees him... makes me have to hit the DCE if I want to try to Flying Flip. But he goes ahead and Psychic Restores back into the Lapras, throwing me to 10 HP left, which is terrifying because all he needs is 10 damage for a game. But I am going to hit this Karina. I think I'll grab a Computer Search. Yep. Grab a Computer Search to grab a DCE. Discarding 2 worthless Pokemon. It's crazy how much I remember about these games, or just like this is the obvious play here. But with the Hex, I can't do much, so the Karina is really the only play. I take the Lapras knockout specifically because he's got no like Floatstone or way to retreat or anything like that. I think he says actually JK, I'm going to promote the Bronzong. That's what that swap was there. But yeah, that's why I take the Lapras knockout. Strictly just because, like I said, no Floatstone, no free retreat. He's kind of forced in like this weird pickle. He doesn't have a Metal Energy. He's got a Fighting Energy in his hand, which isn't going to help him because he needs to attach. It's 2 metals to use the attack. He would love to attach a metal and use Quick Guard so I don't knock him out, and then the next turn Revenge Blast me for knockout. He just needs to find Metal Energies. And he's got that N in his hand. I think he's really wishing he hadn't discarded the Rosies. The N doesn't help him at all because I'll just Claydol. Rescue Stretcher would be able to grab him Lapras, so we can be able to Lapras and do cool stuff. And he's saying in his hand, I wish I hadn't done Mew. I think that's what he was telling me. No matter how many times you fan your hand out, Grady, it's not going to change. So yeah, let's see what he goes for here. He will go for the Rescue Stretcher for the Lapras. I don't know what he would grab here. I think he's eyeballing the Rosies for the energy, or eyeballing like Skyla for Computer Search. Well, he is eyeballing Twins too, or Teammates too, because I did knock him out last turn. He's searching. Man, I wish this game had the entire game here. The first part of this game was bananas as well, but the ending is like the real big part. I'll find a way to like uncorrupt the file. It's like this weird corrupted file lasts an hour and a half long. If I can find a way to like fix it, or if any of you tech gurus know how to fix it, let me know. I'll figure it out. I could send you the video if you're smart and want to figure it out. But yeah, that first half of the video was bananas. If I can find it, great. Anyways, he's gonna go ahead and Teammates here, or not Teammates. Yeah, Teammates. He's gonna Teammates since I knocked out the Lapras. He does get the energy down, plus the scoop up, so that next turn he can play the Lapras. And he's going to go ahead and Quick Guard. I need a way to knock out this Scopoleon. I need a way to win this turn or something. If he attaches another Metal Energy, he wins. and that's terrifying. And I can't remember if there's a way that I actually get to win this turn. I don't think there is, but I don't remember what I do either. I lookers myself. Lookersing, you know, I could have lookers to him, but I don't think he grabbed a metal energy for next turn. I think he's got to try to luck into one, or he's got the Lapras at least. So maybe the lookers is going for, hey, I need to grab Hexmaniac. It took me that was a really long shuffle because I needed to grab something specifically. The Pokeflute it might help me. It's gonna get me more damage on the field, at least. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think actually that's game on field, but I don't realize it. I hit this N. The N is also pretty big. It gets out that. Let's see. Do I have game on field? Yeah, I do. No, attached. Yeah, I have game on field. And I think I realize it like after I do all my stuff, because what I could do is move 50 damage over to Dunsparce. Oh yeah, see, I totally could have had it there. Shoot. I could have moved 50 damage over to Dunsparce to knock it out, and then retreated and used Turmoil Strike with Mew. Dang it, I missed that. But anyways, I got 2 prizes left. I end him into a bad hand because all he has is AZ, so he's going to go ahead and AZ up the Baltoy. That's what it was. No, not Baltoy, sorry. Bronzong. That's what it was. But I'm going to get that Turmoil Strike going here. Hopefully I can get a knockout on the active. I think that's what I was going for. Maybe I realize, oh, if I hit Target Whistle here, I have game. I can just move the 50 down, or 30 down, knock it out, and then Turmoil Strike it. I think that's what I'd end up doing. Remember, this game, like I said, lasted 2 hours. Oh, that's me pointing to, I think I had game last turn, and whoopsies did. Oh, this is me being able to say, hey, I don't think I can knock out this Galbalion because of the energy. The Twins, I think, guarantees me the game. I say this out loud, not having watched this game since I played it 3 weeks ago. So I'm trying to remember my thought process here. I said I had the game last turn. Grady's waiting. I mean, obviously end him into a bad hand, right? He obviously didn't hit the energy because that would have been game over. I got the AZ was the only supporter he could play, so. And plus he did not quick guard, so if I can find a way to do damage to the active Pokemon somehow, like even better. I mean, I sit here for a really long time thinking about this move. Let me check the timestamp on this. Yeah, still another like 10 minutes left. This is bananas. A lot of pointing, a lot of talking. This deck, like I said, this game lasted forever. So I apologize for just like the staleness of the board state, but like I needed to upload this video to like show you guys proof that like, yeah, Dusknoir did beat Lucario in this like really, really close game. If Grady was around, maybe he'd have some more insight on this. But I do complete my Twins. I'm going to sit here for a really long time and think about my move, because I think I talked out loud to him like I think I have game, but I could be wrong. Moving some stuff around, this is interesting. And then we're going to Turmoil Strike the active, and he's going to say, hey look, I got nothing. And then yeah, this would be game. Like I think I told him like, oh, I don't have enough damage because you're a hard charm. But I mean, I already have enough damage. I think I managed to hit like a Target Whistle or something. I wish I could see my hand. Next time we play, I'm going to be playing with my hand more on the underneath the video, so you can kind of see what's going on. He benches the Lucario. He's like, oh, do you mind if I do this? And I'm like, no, I don't mind at all. Let me just go ahead and like knock you out now. Fail search both of those. You can play like the Evo Soda just whenever, because Porygon 2 could evolve into Porygon Z, which is nice. You can always fail search it. Like the game knows if a Pokemon can't evolve, but since Porygon 2 is standard, you can also just like, you know, target that. So yeah, and then he's like, oh wait a minute, benching the Lucario loses me the game. And I go, wait a minute, like, I could just, like, move the 50 down, Target Whistle, move the 50 down. So like I said, I had game forever ago, and I just never did it. So move 50 down, draw, grab VS Seeker for the Twins, Or do that before I move the 50 down, right? Like, be a secret for twins. There you go. Good job, Alex. You finally did it. You finally said the move that non 2 hours into a game Alex knew right away. But I have all of my, do I have all of my dowsing effects? Oh yeah, Marley's for those two, and blah 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 blah. The rest of the game, there you go. So yeah, Dusknoir takes the really close game with Lucario. If I can find a way to get the rest of those, I'll let you know. But otherwise, thanks for watching.